A Stuart 10H steam engine build. Part 14. Machining the 7BA securing bolt to fit the radial groove in the eccentric sheave, in order to hold the eccentric strap in place. Drilling the eccentric strap and threading it 7BA, then drilling and tapping the eccentric sheave collar 6BA to take an Allen type grub screw to hold the sheave to the crankshaft. It sounds like there's a lot to do. All of the jobs I'm about to show are relatively simple. I even make a mistake in one of them to show you how to get out of making mistakes. The first job, using a parting tool, is to turn down a 7BA bolt, which is much smaller than it looks in this image. Once I've cut off the surplus thread, the resultant parallel part will engage with the slot in the eccentric sheave to hold the strap in place. In order to do these jobs, I need to disconnect the valve fork from the eccentric rod. The other parts you can see in this image are a stud and two nuts. What I'm going to do is use some Loctite 603 to secure one of these nuts to the stud. That way it turns it into a bolt, but it still looks like a stud. I've applied some Loctite 603 to one side of the stud, and once I put the nut on there and the Loctite has cured, then the nut becomes the same part as the stud. Now you can see what I mean, I'm making a fake bolt. And so don't lose this, I put it in the box with the valve and the valve spindle. The next job is to drill the eccentric strap and thread it 7BA to take the specially modified 7BA bolt that I showed right at the beginning. By the time I fit it though, I will have chopped off half of it, so only the parallel part will protrude into the slot in the eccentric sheave. I drilled the hole tapping size for 7BA, which is 2mm, and here I'm using a taper tap to cut the thread, making sure that the tap goes all the way through. Further in fact than you see in this image. Here's another shot of the special bolt that I turned down in the lathe, and all I need to do is cut off the surplus thread at the right hand side of it. Then clean up the parallel part and screw it in position. The eccentric sheave is a very good fit in the eccentric strap, and this clip shows the bolt in the end. And now you can rotate the eccentric sheave, but you can't slide it out. In the box of bits with this engine, I found this screw, and I was going to use it until I realised that it was 8BA and not 7BA. Besides, I really do prefer a 6BA Allen head grub screw. I'm going to show you something quite interesting. It's not a top tip because basically I'm doing the job wrong. I'm drilling the hole purposely in the wrong place in the top of the sheave. Oh shock horror, what have I done? But because I've used a centre drill, I can actually move the position of this hole into the right place just by putting some pressure on the job with the machine vise. That's the whole point of centre drills. They are very sturdy, very thick, and you get more than one chance at drilling the holes in the right place. Not so in a lathe, that's a little bit different, but when you use them in this context, as you can see, the hole is now in the right place. Where the drill broke through on the inside was a bit of a burr which I removed with a needle file. And this is after I re-drilled the hole in the eccentric sheave and re-threaded it 6BA. And in this clip I've fitted the Allen grub screw. And after tightening the Allen grub screw, the eccentric sheave rotates as it should. I've taken out the bolt in the end because I need to fit a washer. The bolt is just a fraction too long, and besides it looks better with a washer for something for the bolt to press up against. And yes, I'm tightening this 7BA bolt with a rather large spanner, taking great care not to shear it off. I think it's time to run in, break in or bed in the parts. Using a centre drill in the top of the eccentric strap makes a really good oil reservoir. I find on these very small engines I don't like to use oil cups, they look a bit fussy. The next size up they're okay, at this size they look a bit overcomplicated and overscale. I've recently bought a high-speed electric drill. It's a Ryobi, and I've got a few Ryobi tools that all use the same type of battery. I also have a really nice old drill up in the workshop, but both of the batteries are completely flat and are only suitable for that particular drill. I'm going to fit some cladding to this. I wasn't going to do, but I decided to do so. And the cladding I'm using is baking tray. I cut it out of a baking tray I bought at the supermarket. It will be secured by 4 brass dome head screws at each corner, but that's for another day. The timing of this video is a bit late because I went to the doctor's. I have to have various medical checkups and pick up prescriptions, etc. That's it for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, better than me anyway. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. Please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.